As parents, we're all met with those moments where we have a choice, and that choice is to do something for ourselves or to show up for our kids. There's a need, there's something that's come up, and we have to shift our plans. Now, that can feel heavy and draining, and we do it because we love them. And there's a way of being with that actually unlocks energy within you and enhances your sense of self. So many people that I have conversations with, these decisions that they make, there's a layer of self-abandonment within it, which means every time I make the choice to drop the plan, I make the choice to show up because I'm needed, but it's done through a lens of obligation. I haven't actually sat with the feelings of disappointment or sadness that I might be feeling. I'm just going to keep actioning through a sense of obligation. Again, all under the umbrella of love. I see you. I see you. You're showing up, you're committed. You love your family. And there can be layers of aloneness, isolation, resentment, exhaustion, fighting through stress and survival. And my love, what I want to present to you in this conversation is the idea that nothing outside of you needs to change for you to enhance your sense of self, for you to feel energized by your life, by your commitments, and for you to be able to get your nervous system into a state of parasympathetic rest, digest, receive. The way that we show up, the place from which we choose will determine the exhaustion, the resentment, the alone versus the connected, the supported, the enhancing of trust, of love, of energy. How do I know this? Because I've lived both. So what do? Right? I'm always going to advocate prioritizing yourself, because your relationship with yourself is the foundation upon which all of your other relationships happen. And so your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you have. You want to be your own champion. You want to be your own cheerleader. And, when I started to live this, when I started to see, okay, that this is the most important thing, your relationship to yourself, and not just to yourself, but to that energy, that's something greater than you, whatever that is for you, life, connection to life, a connection to source, a connection to your higher self, a connection to God, to universe. It's important. That's a vital element of it. Because if you feel like you're the one doing everything, of course you're going to feel depleted. Of course you are. If you're the one trying to figure everything out, of course you're going to be exhausted. So I want to mention that first. That's what I mean by relationship with yourself. Because for me, there's the you that is always connected, right? The you that is lit up and passionate about whatever that is for you. There's the you that is unconditionally worthy, unconditionally valuable, that has nothing to prove. There's no action that you need to take to earn love, to earn support, to earn anything, because it's already inside of you. It's already who you are. And we forget that. We do. And that's okay. So the relationship that we have with ourselves is that ability to be with the emotions that we have, to recognize when we're not being kind to ourselves through our thinking, and to choose different thoughts, to choose compassion and kindness for ourselves first. This is self-prioritization at its core, at its root. And of course, we want to go for the massages or the days out or all of those other things, right? Whatever the bigger things are for you. The self-care, if you like. But self-prioritization is a moment by moment choice. And when you start to practice that, when you start to choose that, the rest of the pieces, they don't feel so heavy. So to go back to the self-prioritization, because this is the key, the relationship with yourself. This is the key to everything. And let me tell you why. Because you're saying, I don't have time to feel X, Y, and Z. I don't have time to fill in the blank for the thing that you know that you need. The thing that you've been squashing, that you've been parking because it's inconvenient. When you're prioritizing you, you're acknowledging yourself. You get to say to yourself in a moment, yeah, this is hard. Or yeah, I do feel sad right now. I'm not going to push that away. I'm not going to resist that. I feel stressed right now. I'm so stressed right now. How's that showing up in my body? Because right now I'm prioritizing myself. Okay. Doesn't have to be a long process. It really doesn't. What's happening in me right now, in me, not around me, in me. Self-prioritization, right? From there, we've claimed our experience of life. We've shifted the focus from anything happening around us, and we're anchoring in to ourselves. We're coming home to ourselves. There's no abandonment happening anymore. I'm whole, I'm worthy, I have nothing to prove. From there, your nervous system will settle down. You can use breath to do that as well. An elongated exhale will activate your parasympathetic nervous system. But it's important that you bring your whole body and being online with this and allow your awareness to really settle into you first. From there, you are practicing self-love. The love that you are can be revealed through you in that moment. Self-love first, so that I can come into contact with the love that I am. I'm not reacting to life anymore. Life is not creating me. I'm not looking outside of me and then just reacting. No wonder I'm stressed, because I'm waiting for things outside of me to not be stressful before I can come out of that stress. So this is you claiming, this is you refocusing, realigning. And the more you do this, the faster you'll be able to come into that connection. It's there right now. It's here right now. And this is a practice. So we feel the sadness. Plans change. We can see our child is in need of something. And instead of doing it from a place of obligation, sacrifice, and self-abandonment, now we're doing our choosing and our action from wholeness. There's another element to this, which is being really clear on your commitments. You being clear on your commitments, how it is you want to show up. Not based on the expectation of other people, not based on how anyone else is doing it. How are you here to express being a parent? It won't be the same way as me, and I guarantee you it's beautiful. Because when it comes from that connected place, everything is. I had made a plan for today that I was really excited about. I made it yesterday, quite impulsively, because my children had gone off to their dads, and my son is going through a lot right now, one of my sons. And he'd been with me more. And that has been perfect, right? Meeting my child where he is, being able to show up for him and provide him what he needs, making sure I'm full as I'm doing it. I'm full of myself, I'm home in myself. These are the places that I make the decisions from. There's so much I want to share with you, but I'll keep it dialed in for this share. So I made the plan. Now, before I made the plan, as my son was going to his dad's, I'd said to him, as an agreement between me and his dad, we'd had a conversation that if he felt like he needed to come back at any point, he could. So I spoke that to him, both me and his dad. Just remember, bud, if you feel like you want to go to mum's, you can. Well, I got a text last night saying he wants to come home. My initial reaction to that was a little bit of confusion, to be transparent with you. Because, well, I teach self-prioritisation. And now I've made this plan and I want to do this plan. This is for me. And now he wants to come back. I didn't think he would want to come back. He's really settled. He's happy. He's playing. But I'd said, I made a commitment with my words. If you need to come back, you can. That's my number one commitment. That's not a cage to me. That's not me being trapped by anything. Now, was I sad to change my plan for today? Yeah, I felt sad about that. I was excited. I've had a phase of having no car, just waiting for parts and things. So I was going on an adventure. And then I wasn't. I'm going to allow myself to feel sad about that. And I'm going to remember my commitment. Now, if I'd made a commitment to me, I hadn't made that commitment to my son, and he wanted to come back, it would be a completely different conversation and a different way of meeting it, right? There's nothing formulaic about any of this. But the most important thing for me is me checking in with me first and seeing what is true, what is the expression of love that wants to come through me, as me. That's not heavy. There's no resentment that comes from there. I'm not putting anything on hold when I'm living my life through that. There was a time last year where my son was with me more. That's where he was. There was a big change and he wanted to anchor into me at that time. I had about 6 months of having him 5-6 days a week. Now typically I'm in a 50-50 arrangement with their dad, who's incredibly devoted, incredibly supportive, and we parent in different ways, and there's lots that I can share with you about that as well. So let me know what you're hearing in this and what would be useful for future videos. But we make our decisions based on what we feel is most supportive for the kids in a way that works for us as well, right? There's no compromise. I don't believe in compromise. I believe in a win-win-win. And that solution gets revealed, not figured out in your mind, revealed moment by moment at times, when you can be present with your self-prioritisation. I get stressed. I can feel, for me it comes up in the evening, right? It's getting late and they haven't got to sleep yet. I'm like, and I feel it coming in. And that's my signal. I've left myself. I don't want to act through a stressful lens, because then I'm teaching myself I'm a stressful person. I'm a stress-filled person, stress-fueled person. And I want to be available for that. I want to have a standard for myself that the words and the actions I take come from my center and my self-prioritization. And then every action I take from that, it's remarkable. Every action I take from that. And it can be standing in a boundary. It can be in the middle of a conflict. It can be plans changing. It can be, there's a responsiveness with life that actually feeds you, that nourishes you, because you're not looking for a certain result. You're not trying to control anything outside of yourself. You're in this constant relationship of love with yourself as you're frustrated, as you're stressed, as you're angry. Okay, I'm going to meet that with love, not waiting for anyone else. I'm going to meet that with love. And I'm going to act from my center. In my program, I teach a distinction, if you like, where we think that the stress or the frustration or the fear or the whatever it is, that has to be gone in order for me to act as my best self. And I don't subscribe to that, because we have chosen to be parents. We are going to be confronted with tension and with conflict. And if you believe that you have to be feeling calm all of the time, or you're not doing a great job, or you're you're not showing up the way that you would like to, you're not able to show up the way you would like to, then you're jiggered. It's not true. Because when you have this relationship with yourself, when you have a connection to your center, then you can have peace with the frustration. You can have peace with the stress. There's an embrace of the entirety of you and an ability, as I say, to soften around it. And then choose where you want to respond from. So a lot of this is about being able to slow down and listen in and focus in. And that is what I mean by self-prioritisation first. If you'd like to go deeper in any of this, if you'd like to inquire about my Leading Life with Love course, then drop me a comment below, or I'll leave my email in the description. I also offer one-on-one transformational sessions, so if you'd like to inquire about that, then drop me a message. And for now, I will leave you with love.